Danielle, good game today. Eastern Michigan pulling out the tough win. I know you probably would have wanted it by a wider margin, but any win is one you'll take. What were some of the keys to victory there, and especially down the stretch?
Just getting stops. I mean, they had a really good post player. I think, just kind of keeping her under control and making sure that we ran number 5 off the line was huge. We had a couple people step up in a lot of critical moments. We had a freshman step up and have a double-double. She got rebounds when we needed her to. She communicated when we needed her to. I think everybody just kind of played their part and played their role to the T, and I think that was a huge reason on why we got the job done.
Yeah, LaShawn Austin made that big bucket at the end of the game there to put you guys back in front by a little bit wider of a margin. The possession before, she had missed an open 3 ball. What does it say about the trust that she's built with you guys that you were willing to go right back to her and she made a big play down the stretch?
I mean, it's just reps. We all be in the gym, at different hours of the night and all that stuff like that. So we just tell her, because, she's very, emotional. She's young. So, we kind of just have to be that rock for her. We know she airballed the 3 before, but we knew she was going, handle it because we knew the energy that we had got from her, from the previous quarters and stuff like that. We had high expectations for her and she lived up to it.
6 straight games for you now with multiple makes from behind the arc, 5th time in a row that you've led Eastern Michigan in 3-point shooting. What's been the key to your success behind the arc so far?
Just my teammates finding me. I think they have more confidence in me than sometimes I have in myself, and just kind of finding open gaps and stuff like that. Like I said, they trust me. It's so why wouldn't I trust myself?
5 shots from inside the 3-point arc today. That's a number that's increased a little bit for you in this game over your averages. Is that something that you've been trying to work into your game more, getting to the rim a little bit more, or was that just how it fit in today?
That has been something I've been trying to work on more. I mean, I think in practice, the coaches and my teammates have been really on me about making sure that I'm able, to do more things and not just shoot the 3. Just trying to become more than a one-dimensional player. I think a lot of people think that I'm only just a shooter, and that's definitely not the case. And, going forward, we're going to be playing a lot of better teams, especially when we get to conference. So people are going to want to run me off the 3-point line. I have to be able to still contribute in whatever way, whether it's a pull-up or whether it's a layup. So it's just gaining confidence every possession and just kind of watching film and seeing what I could have done better or what I settled for. And it's still a work in progress, though.
Your team's got a couple of really tough matchups coming up in the next week or so before conference play. You got IUPUI, you get Michigan. What are going to be some of the things that, from your perspective as a player, the team needs to keep doing well and then keep working on as you head into those tough games?
Just being us. I think us is enough against any team. I don't, there's not any team that, I really think about and, are nervous about, because when we're us, no one can beat us. And I'll say that to anybody. I think for us, just doing the little things, rebounding, talking on defense, getting the loose balls and stuff like that. Those are things that, we're continuing to work through and making sure that we're doing in practice on a consistent basis. So, with this upcoming schedule, I think, nothing changes. Nothing changes about the game except our opponent. And I told you that before. So, I mean, it's just staying level-headed, staying in the gym, getting reps, and then focusing on the task at hand at that moment.
Is red the exclusive color, or are we going to get some green in there?
No, we staying red. We are staying red. I can't do green. I don't think green's a good look for me. I'm going to look like the Grinch.
All right, well, we'll take it if you're hitting 3s like you are. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate you.
Yep. Coach, pulled one out at the end there. I know that there's things that you'll want to improve on, but I know it's always easier to assess the film and the score sheet with a win in hand.
Yeah, no question. I thought we took some big strides defensively today. I was really, really pleased with, I'd say, 3 of the 4 quarters defensively. I thought we made them work and earn a lot of stuff. I thought offensively we got started because of our defense. So I don't think that's any coincidence. So, we kind of hit a little lull in the 2nd quarter, but then we kind of got going again in the 3rd and 4th. We got to shoot it a little bit better from the free throw line and from the 3-point line. And not a lot better, but just a little bit. And I think that'll go a long way. And I'm confident that we'll do that because our kids are in the gym, they're putting in the work. So that'll only continue to improve.
You and I have talked a lot off of the court about weathering those storms when a team's pushing back against you, being able to come back and handle that. Your team did that really well today. Throughout the game, Binghamton, credit to them, did a nice job of kind of hanging in there. And then you guys are going to run. And then, of course, late, making some really big plays down the stretch on both ends of the floor.
I'll give Binghamton a lot of credit. They have a really good post player that causes a lot of problems because of her ability to shoot, post up. She's a tough matchup for anyone. But I thought we made her earn them in a lot of ways. So Yeah, the games, there's going to be runs, and you're going to have to manage runs. It's just basketball, and I thought we managed the storm, if you will. And then when we had to get stops, we got stops, and at the end, when we had to get the ball to the right people, we did. So that's definitely growth.
How dynamic has Danielle Rainey been for your team? I mean, it just seems like every time a bucket is needed, if it's not one of the Ariana Combs scenario that we've gotten to know, it's
Right.
Danielle Rainey that's just coming up big for you as a real senior leader.
Yeah, you can tell she's played a lot of basketball. You can tell every game she gets more and more comfortable. I love the fact that she did more than shoot threes today. You know, she got some pull-ups, she got to the rim. And you know, that's her. I think her game is very capable of that. You know, she's a good athlete. She sees the floor. So, you know, her ability to get downhill and pull up from 15 feet is something that we're going to continue to want to take advantage of. And then she's a really good free throw shooter. I think, you know, that's probably the next step in her process in terms of getting to the free throw line and helping us there.
Just comment on your freshman, Michelle Austin. I talked to Danielle about her, but her growth has been immediate and noticeable, even in the first 7 games.
Yeah, and you know, Lachelle's been battling through some injuries all year, essentially, and she's just been fighting and fighting and fighting, and you know, I've been on her so hard about rebounding, and I think she got probably a season's worth of rebounds today, and 10 rebounds. And if you've watched her trajectory, and you know, she was getting 1 rebound a game in 30 minutes 3 weeks ago. To get 10 today is a big deal, and especially in a game where it's a 1 possession game. All those possessions matter. So, and then not to mention, she makes, you know, we're up 1 and makes a tough drive and tough layup. And she did that earlier in the second half. So she's starting to get more comfortable. I think having 4 people in double figures is a big deal, especially when we start playing defense the way that I know we're capable of.
Is Juanita Augusto the shortest player you've ever had win an opening tip?
Yes. Juanita gave us huge minutes.
8 rebounds. She just finds the ball.
She's a physical specimen. She's a great teammate. She's all about winning. You know, she made some effort plays that just create energy, right? And those kind of players are hard to find. I'm glad that she's on our team. She kind of got into a groove a little bit early. I thought she was a big spark plug in the first quarter in terms of pushing the pace and getting us downhill and playing fast, so that we could get some easy opportunities. So, you know, that's what you want those kind of seniors for, right? Seniors that have that urgency to win and have the ability to make some of those plays.
Finally, on a little bit different note, tomorrow will be a big day at Eastern Michigan. George Gervin coming back home to celebrate him. You're somebody who grew up down south in that area. I know that you have experience. Obviously, you're an NBA fan. And so it must mean a lot for you that George Gervin's going to be in the building tomorrow and you get to see him.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I lived in San Antonio for a while. I used to play basketball at the George Gervin Community Center. I used to play basketball with his son. I always smile when I go to San Antonio because you see an Eastern Michigan jersey at the restaurant there at San Antonio. Obviously, one of the true greats in NBA basketball and basketball history in itself as a Hall of Famer. So it's exciting to have him here and exciting to see what Stan's team is doing and how they're continuing to create energy, because the fan base has been really exciting to see here for their games. And obviously, a lot of their games have been really close, and the fans showing up makes a big difference. So I'm excited for them, excited to see the Iceman here on campus and cheer our men on.
Cool. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.